guys, Christina Marie here with a book review for you. Now today is May 13th, it's Tuesday, and it is the book birthday for All Lined Up by Cora Carmack, which is the first book in the Rusk University series. And I got this book yesterday, Monday, May 12th, and I read it in probably about 4 or 5 hours, and it is simply phenomenal. Hands down the best book that Cora has written to date. So I wanted to review it for you guys and just talk about it, share my thoughts and opinions, and I'm not going to spoil it, so don't worry. But this is just a book that I really feel that everybody could get something out of. It is not only a romance story. Yes, there's a lot of romance in here. There are a lot of intimate scenes, but it's not over the top. It's not too graphic. It's not too inappropriate. It's very tastefully done. Really, the focus of this book is it's about forgiveness and friendship and family. And really, the way that I phrased it is when the heart's desires overpower the need to protect it. That's really an overlaying theme of this book, as well as there's football in here. Duh. I love sports focused books. I love sports themed books. I grew up in a sports family. My mom grew up with 3 brothers, and they all were older. Oh no, they weren't all older. She was the second oldest, and they all enjoyed sports. And so my mom, being the only girl, loved sports too. And guess what she passed down to me? My love for sports, and in particular, which is the common theme with this book, Texas teams. I grew up as a Dallas Cowboy fan. All of my clothes, all of my sports, anything was all Dallas Cowboy, and this is a Texas college football centered story. This is awesome. So let's talk about how amazing this book was. Okay, so the characters in this book are Dallas Cole, the name, Cora. Oh, you're so cute. Dallas Cole and Carson McClain. Dallas is the daughter of Coach Cole, who is the football coach, and a winning football coach. He was a high school football coach originally, but then he got hired to work at Rusk University, which is the college that Dallas is going to. So now she's at college with her dad, who is the coach there. Carson is a potential football player that's a walk-on. He's a walk-on football player. He is looking to get a scholarship to play for Rusk University, and he and Dallas meet at a frat party. That's their little meet cute moment, which it was adorable. It was so cute. And then things just kind of happen from there. But of course, Dallas has always struggled with being a coach's daughter, and what Cora really does in this book is she actually depicts what it means to be a coach's daughter, because, fun fact, Cora Carmack was a coach's daughter, and she used a lot of her experience in telling this story. And so funny, because in the very beginning, she writes a little note here to her dad that is the cutest thing on the face of this planet. Thank you for enduring my endless questions and ideas. I couldn't have written this book without you. Moreover, without you, I wouldn't be where I am today. Unending stubbornness, insane competitiveness, and unwavering heart. They're all things I inherited from you. Like Dallas and her dad, we've had our share of arguments, but I have never doubted the fierceness with which you loved, protected, and championed me. There aren't words to describe how glad I am to be your daughter. I'm still a wee bit bitter about the time you made me do push-ups in class, but I figure that's probably an indicator that I inherited my dark sense of humor from you too. And then right down here before she closes out, she says, and now that you've read the dedication, you should hand this book to mom and let her tell you which pages are safe to read. Because even though there's not a lot of graphic sex in here or anything, there is a sex scene, but it's not like over the top or anything at all. But anyway, this book was just done so well. Dallas was such a fantastic character. She was honest. She was just bold. You know, she was very reserved. You know, she stuck to her guns about her decisions, definitely. But, you know, when she got too into herself, or she got a little too, you know, walls up about things, she had her best friend Stella, who is a firecracker. That girl was awesome. to kind of pull her out of that void. The supporting characters in this book, from Silas to Levi. Levi is a dick, but he was a good character to have in the book. To Stella, to Ryan, to Coach Cole. They were all so pivotal in the development of Carson and Dallas's relationship, not only as friends, but as potential romantic partners too. It was so fascinating to witness Carson and his struggles to obtain his goal of being a football player. He was so focused and so driven, and he was hardworking, but he met Dallas, and that opened up a whole new world for him that he didn't necessarily picture having. Whereas with Dallas, she has such an aversion to football because of her relationship with her dad. Anything associated to football, she's not really into. So imagine how she felt when she meets Carson. And I just feel like throughout this entire book, there's just so many emotions that are happening. It was just so well done. It was so good. There are so many zingers in this book. You can see here I have a whole bunch of like tabs. These are some of my favorite moments in the book. It was just so hilarious because Dallas, her goal in life is to be a professional dancer. And what really was interesting, even though my goal is not to be a professional dancer, I was still able to pull a lot of personal inspiration from this book. There's a quote in this book that really touched me that I want to share with you guys, because it's just about standing still and letting life happen. Standing still and letting life speak to you. This is in a moment where Dallas is kind of in her own head, and she's just talking about what dancing does for her. She says here, because sometimes in life, you just have to stand there and do nothing. Overwhelmed by all the versions of ourselves that exist in our minds. Who we want to be, who we should be, who we're not, and who we are. It's a jungle that can ensnare your feet and confuse your eyes. But sometimes if you stand still, all those things will snap back into place like a rubber band. And if you can get past the sting, you can keep moving. Not quite whole, but held together for the moment. I loved that. And I feel like Dallas is such an easily relatable character, not because she's a coach's daughter, because not a lot of people are coach's daughters, of course, but because she's just so bogged down by a false identity. She feels like all she is a coach's daughter. And throughout this book, she is coming to the realization that she's not. Carson is helping her realize that, but she's realizing it on her own. Carson has his own things that he's dealing with, of course, like I said, wanting to be a football player that's on scholarship. He comes from a really humble background, which is awesome. Carson is a wholesome, all around really decent guy. He's a really decent guy. He is just fierce, loyal, he's protective, he's just kind, he's compassionate. You know, he's such an encourager, and it was so great to see his and Dallas's relationship, friends first, and see that develop into a beautiful thing. It was just really awesome. One of my favorite moments in this book is a really pivotal moment between Dallas and her father, Coach Cole. And a lot of you guys know that my dad had nothing to do with my life. My dad didn't raise me or anything like that. So anytime I see relationships between fathers and daughters, I pay extra special attention because, you know, the little girl inside of me kind of yearns for that a little bit. But, you know, I'm not like depressed or anything. But it was so awesome to just witness Coach Cole trying to reach out and be there for his daughter and rectify a lot of the mistakes that he made as a father and as a human being and as a coach. And throughout this book, one of the things that I just absolutely loved was the focus on forgiveness and healing and new relationships and old relationships, just everything just coming together and working out pretty much. Overall, this book was awesome. It has a little bit of something for everybody. My friend Ethan, hi Ethan, is on Cora Carmack's Street Team, and I know he's read this and I know he loved it. But yeah, guys, girls, anybody can read this. If you're not into romance, that's totally fine. You can still get something out of this that I personally just loved. I loved everything about this book, but I think anyone can get something out of this. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars. Loved this book. I cannot wait for the next installment called All Broke Down. But Cora's best book to date, seriously. I have a more articulate review in the doobly-doo on my blog. I will link that and you can go click it. There are tons of gifts there and there's a longer explanation of things. And yeah, I loved this book. I loved it so much. It was so good. So yes, by the way, the giveaway winner, her name is Michelle. Hi Michelle, congratulations. I am actually in the process of working on a few more giveaways, so I want you guys to stay tuned for that. I will be announcing them on my blog, on my Twitter, on my Instagram, on my Facebook page. So all of that information is down below. Make sure you're subscribed or following me or whatever it is on all of those different social media links so that you can be in the know as to when my next giveaway is happening. So yeah, currently I am having a Dark Days Tour giveaway that is also on my blog actually. I will link that down below. I am giving away some signed swag from Danielle Page, as well as a copy of her book, Dorothy Must Die. So if you guys want to have a chance at winning that, link down below. But that is it for this video. I thank you guys so much for watching. I am just so happy for Cora, and she and I talk all the time. And so it's just really nice to know that someone that you really admire is having such a successful and brilliant writing career. And so I just can't wait to see what she has in store for us next. But yes, I'm going to get out of here. I feel like I'm talking in circles and I'm getting a little too emotional. But yes, thanks so much for watching. This book is awesome. Go check it out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. You want to say bye? Want to say bye? No, he doesn't. See you guys.